I'm going to talk about outgoing pattern. Let's look at the pressure pattern. So there's some positive beginning with some pressure. 997 millibars per second. 980 is stronger than 997, affecting southern Ontario. So next hour. So some 997 millibars per second affecting southern Ontario. So next hour, my freezing in the middle. So it's going to, it then goes to southwestern Quebec. The pressure from central Ontario. Then it goes the snowfall. Also the pressure disappears, or just move to southern part, most south of Maine. That's this ocean. So it's become non-existent. So could be actually in Maine. That's what's in Maine. So that just disappeared. And there's a slight mostly positive P, and it's going to turn negative. Then once the 989 pressure heads towards southern Ontario, the PNA turns positive after that doesn't count. So let's see it again. So then talk about jet stream patterns. So first it's gonna start from today, even though it's past. So it's positive PNA before a few hours before. Then for now it's gonna come slightly, mostly positive. It's still positive. It could be neutral too. So it's gonna be positive, then negative. Then it goes positive, then negative PNA, then negative. It'll be shipping. Then negative first, then positive. That's way past the end. So let's look at the total precipitation patterns. So let's go to 1 p.m. So let's see how long it takes. And it takes 9 minutes. So 2 minutes. So Scarborough is still full. Newmarket, even though the line is big. So Collingwood, London, those cities are gonna get some, including Orangeville. No, it doesn't count. It's going to be 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Niagara Falls City, parts of it is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Hope Bay is gonna get some 0.25 centimeters of millimeters of snowfall. So, so Harnemer gets nothing. So that's a Port Elgin's gonna get some cold rain, like 0.25 millimeters of cold rain. That means closer to, it's not freezing, but it's gonna be 4 degrees, 3 degrees. So 7 p.m. Niagara on the lake is gonna get parts of it. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of cold rain. Port Elgin, same thing, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Whole Bay is gonna be 1005, so it's going to be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So it's cold rain. Like any rainfall, it's closer to the snowfall. It's gonna be cold rain with some, yeah. So Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay is going to be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Hamilton is gonna see dark clouds but not rainfall. So Green Spy is gonna get some snowfall actually, 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's say so next hour, so 7 a.m. So Cobourg is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Waterton, Windsor, Hobay, Lions Head, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay. Those cities, including Long Point, Niagara on the lake, those cities are gonna get some parts of Niagara Falls. Is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Port Erie, so it's only city 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at snowfall. So cold precipitation. So Oshawa, Uxbridge, even though it's mixed. So Peterborough, Belleville, it's gonna be 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including Orangeville could be, yeah. So Midland some breaks doesn't count even a little bit. So next hour. So Oshawa is in the wrong place it could be. So let's see where's Oshawa is. No, that's Ajax. So it doesn't count. So 1 p.m. So let's start from rainfall, heaviest rainfall. So Collingwood, Owen Sound, Hope Bay, Thunder Beach, Palm Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midland, Orilla, Barrie. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25, no, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So next, light precipitation. So Port Elgin, Hanover, Hanover counts. So Scarborough, it's gonna be, doesn't count actually, too little. So Oshawa, Cobourg, Belleville, Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls City, Fort Erie, parts of Niagara on the Lake. Actually, doesn't count. Niagara on the Lake doesn't count. So Newmarket. So Newmarket, Orangeville, Snowfall, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's do snowfall. Long Point, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's do snowfall. So Uxbridge, Peterborough is only 0.25 millimeters of snowfall with sunlight. So let's look at 7 p.m. So Owen Sound, Collingwood, on the beach, Palm Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midland, the sea sound is working. So Orilla, Georginia, Barrie, Beverly Isles, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Belleville, Peterborough is not gonna count. So Fort Erie, London, no, not Holy. So those are the 6 of London and Peterborough. It's gonna be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So including Hanover too, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So next, heavier precipitation. So Port Elgin is only city is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So next hour. So 7 a.m. Whitehaven, Owen Sound, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles. So Uxbridge, Cobourg, borderline, Peterborough, not gonna count. Those cities, Port Elgin, Hanover, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Midland. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So next, heavy precipitation. Orilla, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay. Those Georginia, Orilla, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So snowfall doesn't mean it's cold. It means like water vapor in the air or this moisture in the air. So next hour. If you say record-breaking snowfall, that is like record-breaking moisture in the air and or water vapor in the air. So Warriorton, Owen Sound, Collingwood, Thunder Beach, Palm Beach, Midland, Orilla, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Barrie, Niagara on the Lake, Hope Bay. Skip Hope Bay actually 0. Gonna check later on. So let's finish everything on this days. So it's gonna be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall on the cities. So let's look at where is Hope Bay. So Hope Bay doesn't count actually, so ignore. So if we say like Hope Bay, ignore it. So 7 p.m. So Barton or in Sound, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midland, Orilla, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles. Those cities gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So 7 a.m. So Collingwood, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Thunder Beach, Palm Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midland, Cobourg, Peterborough, not gonna count Cobourg. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, except for Cobourg and Belleville. So ignore those cities. So 1 p.m. actually. So Collingwood, so these cities, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. 7 p.m. This 540 and 534 line, that's normal. So 7 a.m. there's nothing else except the 546 line and 540 line. 1 p.m. second final hour is some 552 and 546 lines. So there's nothing else. Gonna do 7 p.m. actually. So So Wyton, Owen Sound, Collingwood, Thunder Beach, London, Hamel, none of the counts, so Niagara Falls City parts of it, Hanover, Port Elgin. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Niagara Falls City parts of it, Hope Bay parts of it, not parts of it. It's gonna be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's see if I miss any cities. I know Hanover is the wrong place. So still same amount of precipitation. So I didn't. So Oakville, Brampton, Orangeville, Newmarket. Orangeville's off. So those are the sections. Orangeville is 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. But Orangeville is actually 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Don't need to correct anything by Newmarket. So Green Spy is 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's see how long the video took. The minutes. So next. So total snowfall once every 12 hours. Not gonna do 24 hours. That is gonna be confusing for people going like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So if you watch this video, so snowfall 0.7, 0.2 is downtown Toronto, 1.1 is London, with 0.4 is Wyton, with 1.9 is in Collingwood, 1.1 is Newmarket, Orangeville 0.2, Uxbridge 0.2. Not gonna count like Thunder Beach anymore. So Hope Bay is nothing. So Barrie 0.2, Beverly Hills is 0.2, 0.2 Niagara on the lake, 0.6 in Niagara Falls City. So next hour, there's nothing in the rest of Southern Ontario. So this thing. So let's do 8 p.m. tomorrow. So same thing. If it's like for example dumps like 5 centimeters of snow per hour. Like we go outside see blasting snowfall like 1 centimeters like every 10 minutes. That doesn't mean it's gonna be it's like record cold in November. It does this moisture in the air, like record breaking moisture in the air. So it means the record breaking water temperatures, like warm water temperatures record breaking. So Peterborough is 0.8 centimeters, Uxbridge is 0.3 centimeters. So next hour there's nothing actually. So it's gonna take a minute. So 8 p.m. November 13th, so November 14th it's gonna go slowly. 7 p.m. there's nothing except northeastern 0.3 and 0.2 and heavy-eastern it's gonna be 0.7. I'm gonna say 0.7 instead of 1 somewhere. Let's double check it's gonna use later on. So Northeast Ontario, actually I could calculate that. And so 0.2. So number 2. It's gonna take a minute to find. It's 1.7 centimeters of snowfall in Northeast Ontario, with some 0.2 and 0.3 centimeters. So final day, there's nothing else. So total rainfall, total precipitation once every 12 hours. If it's 3 p.m. ignore it. So 8 p.m. So Scarborough, Snowfall, Newmarket, London is 1 millimeters of rain. Wyton, Hope Bay, it's going to be Lions Head, Thunder Beach, Bomb Beach, Salt Lake Bay. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Hanover. So let's head lighter or heavier random. So Port Elgin, gonna skip Hanover. So Port Elgin is 1.2 millimeters of rain, 2 millimeters of rain. Collingwood, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles is going to be 0.2 millimeters of rain, but closer you get, the heavier precipitation it gets. So it's going to be heavier precipitation, like heavier than 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. If it's say 0.2, that's average, and right in the like bottom left corner of the this image. So Niagara on the lake is 0.7 is the heaviest, but 0.2 is more. 0.7 is mostly. So Niagara Falls City is actually mostly 0.2, with some parts of it 0.7. For Erie 0.2, most part is 0.2, but some parts it's gonna be 0.7. So Hanover, Ontario is borderline something. So it's gonna be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. So it could be 0.6 also. So next hours. So the precipitation takes a long time. Precipitation temperature is the longest. So Neimark gets 1 millimeters of rain, total 0.7 millimeters of rain, total 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. These are borderlines. Scarborough, we're gonna ignore that. So Markham, it's gonna be 0.2. Richmond Hill is 0.2. Mississauga gets nothing. Brampton could get the same thing as Richmond Hill, actually. So let's do Orangeville. So Orangeville, Newmarket is gonna be 0.7 millimeters of rain. So Newmarket is 1 millimeters of rain. So full. So they done. So Peterborough, Cobourg's 2 millimeters of rain. Also 1 millimeters of rain. Wilkes-Barre 2 millimeters of rain. Belleville's 2 millimeters of rain. So 4 millimeters of rain Bytown, 4 millimeters of rain Collingwood, 7 millimeters. Gonna skip that. So Oakville could get some rainfall, like 0.2. Niagara Falls City, parts of it is 0.2 millimeters of rain, with some other parts is going to be 0.7. Port Erie 0.7. London is 0.7 borderline. So let's find Hope's Bay. So Hope's Bay is gonna be heaviest. Some is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of rain, and 1.7 is in. It's gonna be Lion's Head. So let's do Bottom Beach. So Bottom Beach is gonna be hardest. So 2.5 5 millimeters of rainfall is in Bottom Beach. Thunder Beach is actually could be. I'm gonna say rounded numbers. It's gonna be 4 millimeters of rainfall. Same thing as Solid Bay, but Solid Bay is gonna actually it's gonna be 4.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Orilla is 2.5. Georginia is gonna be harder, so it's gonna be 4 millimeters of rainfall. So Beverly Hills is going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. This is just average for them. So the average. So Peterborough is 0. It's going to be 1.2 millimeters. 1.7 millimeters of rainfall is in Peterborough. Cobourg is done. Next in Peterborough is a little bit off. So it's going 1.2 actually. So let's say 1.7. That's Peterborough. It's 1.7. So next hour, 12 hours. It's gonna be next day instead. So Whiteton is 1 millimeters of rain. But Hope's Bay line said it's gonna be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. Beverly Hills is 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. So for Georginia is actually is going to be harder. So it's gonna be 1.7 millimeters of rainfall. Barrie is actually is going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Orilla is 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Collingwood is going to be 1.2 millimeters. It's going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. So Thunder Beach is going to ignore that skips Thunder Beach for now. So Balm Beach is actually borderline 2.5, but it's going to be actually 1.7 millimeters of rainfall. Thunder Beach is going to be borderline 1.7 and 2.5, so it's a 1.7 in Solid Bay, and it's going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall in Midland. So the hardest one is finished. So this final studies, 2 final studies. So first final studies for Port Elgin is 0.7 millimeters of rain, and the first one is going to be Hanover, so it's going to be 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket could get some 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. Peterborough is going to be doesn't count. Next hour or next day actually, so it's gonna go take a while. You might see the precipitation moving southeast, different directions. What I see, so Collingwood, Belleville, 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So northeastern Ontario could be the heaviest and lightest. I'm gonna say so. Heaviest is going to be final heaviest. It's going to be, let's see, it's going to be 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. And the lightest, first lightest is like 0.2, and the second lightest is 0.7 millimeters of rain. So there's nothing else. Let's see, except Belleville 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So next, I think skip something. So 7. So Owen Sound, Collingwood, London, 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket is actually borderline 2.5 millimeters of rain. Orange Ball, or Newmarket is off. So Newmarket is 1.2 millimeters of rain. Orange Ball is same thing, 1.2 millimeters of rainfall. Oakville is 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. 0.2 is in Mississauga, not leaving, but Niagara Falls City, parts of it, western, southwestern, western Niagara Falls is 2.5 millimeters of rain, with some 5 millimeters, 4 millimeters of rainfall. So Fort Erie, 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at the Hope's Bay Alliance head. So Hope's Bay Alliance head is gonna be hardest. So Lions head is not bad. So Lions head is going to be 1.7 millimeters of rainfall, and Hope's Bay is 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Thunder Beach is 0.7, Salt Lake Bay is nothing, so Palm Beach nothing, so I'm gonna skip those. So next, temperatures. So Brampton is 2 degrees, 1 degree, I'm gonna do 3 degrees. Downtown Toronto is 3 degrees, Hamilton 3 degrees, Queens White 3 degrees, 2 degrees in Cobourg, 2 degrees in Niagara on the Lake, 2 degrees in Whitehead, Collingwood. I'm gonna skip Honda for the whole time for now. So let's do it again. So let's do 3 degrees, 2 degrees. So final round, 1 degree. So 1 degree is in the market, Orange 12. Orange 12 is 2 degrees, but it's going to be more 1 degree most of the time. Still for 1 degrees, 1 degree is in Peterborough, Uxbridge, Oshawa, Belleville, Barrie is actually 2, but it's going 1 degrees. So let's do London 0 degrees. So I'm gonna use the easiest cities and the hardest cities. So Oakville is 3 degrees. If it's the hardest city, that means it's hard to find the city's actual temperatures, so precipitation. So let's do Niagara Falls Cities 1 degrees, Fort Erie 3 degrees. So it could be 3 degrees, but 3 degrees. So 3 degrees is in Hope Bay, Lions Head. So Thunder Beach is 4 degrees, 3 degrees in. So Palm Beach is actually 3 degrees. 3 degrees, actually 4 degrees, but it's gonna be 4 degrees actually. So it's gonna be Salt Lake Bay, Orilla, it's gonna be 1 degree, so very done. So 2 degrees, this is Georgia, 1 degree, but Beverly Isle. So it's gonna be 1, 2. There's gonna be 9 cities. Hard to track, so London is 1 degrees, Brampton, Snowfall, Newmarket, Oshawa, Belleville, Niagara Falls cities, those cities 1 degrees. Downtown Toronto, Hamilton, Cobourg, it's gonna be 2 degrees, Queens White, Niagara on the Lake, Warrington is 3 degrees, 2 degrees in Collingwood, Uxbridge, Peterborough 0 degrees, Oakville 2 degrees, Orangeville is going to be 1 degrees. It's going to be 2 degrees, but it's 1 degrees most of the time. So 1 degrees is in Barrie, Orilla is going to be 1 degrees, Georgia is 2 degrees, Beverly ISO is 1 degrees. So 6 degrees. So it's gonna be 5 degrees in Lionshead, 6 degrees in Bay, Barn Beach. Actually, it's gonna be 2 degrees. Thunder Beach is 5 degrees. Solid Bay it's gonna be 4 degrees. So next, we're skip harmful things. So London 4 degrees, 4 degrees in Brampton, 4 degrees in Quebec, 4 degrees in Niagara Falls City, 6 degrees in Fort Erie, 6 degrees in Hamilton, Queens Park, Niagara on the Lake, 5 degrees in downtown Toronto, 2 degrees in Uxbridge, Peterborough, 6 degrees in White, and 4 degrees in Collingwood. So 3 degrees in Newmarket, Orangeville, 3 degrees in Stouffville, Oshawa, Belleville. So Lion's Head finally, it's gonna be Lion's Head, 6 degrees. 6 degrees is also Hope Bay, 6 degrees in Thunder Beach, Salt Lake Bay, even Palm Beach. Palm Beach is, yeah, discount. 3 degrees in Barrie, Orella, Georgina is 3 degrees, Beverly Isles is 3 degrees. So let's do 8 a.m. So let's start from Brighton, Collingwood, and London. So Brighton 3 degrees, 2 degrees in London, Collingwood. So 3 degrees in Brampton, downtown Toronto, Quebec. 4 degrees in Hamilton, Queens Park, Niagara on the Lake. Oshawa is 2 degrees. So Oakville 4 degrees. Newmarket, Orangeville is 1 degrees, Stouffville 1 degrees. Uxbridge 1 degrees, Peterborough 1 degrees, Belleville 1 degrees, 2 degrees in Niagara Falls City, 4 degrees in Port Erie, so 2 degrees in Barrie, 1 degrees in Orella, 2 degrees in Georginia, 2 degrees is in Beverly Isles, so Thunder Beach is 5 degrees, 2 degrees is going to be 4 degrees, but it's going to be 4 degrees, it could be 3 degrees, but it's 4 degrees in Barn Beach, Salt Lake Bay is going 4 degrees, Lion's Head is 3 degrees, Hope Bay is 3 degrees, so next hour, 3 p.m. So London is 7 degrees, 5 degrees in Whiteham, 4 degrees in Collingwood, Oakville 7 degrees. So let's do fine. So Hamilton, I'm gonna do that right now. So it's 7 degrees instead. So Stouffville 5 degrees, 4 degrees in Newmarket, 2 degrees in Oshawa, Uxbridge is 2 degrees, 3 degrees in Peterborough, Belleville, 5 degrees in Quebec, 6 degrees in Niagara Falls City, Niagara on the Lake is 7 degrees, Brampton down to Toronto, Hamilton is 7 degrees including Green Spice. So let's look at the harder city. So Barrie is going 4 degrees, Georginia 4 degrees, Orella is going 4 degrees, could be, yeah, it could be, so 4 degrees in Beverly Isles, Lion's Head, Whole Bay, same temperature, it's gonna be 5 degrees, it could be 6 degrees actually, 6 degrees most of the time, so 6 degrees in Salt Lake Bay, Thunder Beach, Palm Beach is different temperature, it's gonna be 5 degrees, 4 degrees actually. So Orangeville is 4 degrees. It's actually 3 degrees, but it's gonna be 5 degrees actually. So next hour, 8 a.m. 2 degrees in Whiteham, 3 degrees in Collingwood, 2 degrees in London, Oakville 4 degrees, 4 degrees in Hamilton, Niagara on the Lake is 5 degrees, Niagara Falls City is 3 degrees, Brampton is 3 degrees, 4 degrees in downtown Toronto, 3 degrees in Oshawa, 3 degrees in Quebec, 2 degrees in Stouffville, 2 degrees in Newmarket or Orangeville, Uxbridge 1 degrees, 1 degrees in Peterborough, 1 degrees in Belleville, Fort Erie is 3 degrees. So Hope's Bay is going to be 2 degrees. 2 degrees, 3 degrees, but it's going to 3 degrees, actually 2 degrees in Hope's Bay, Lion's Head. So Palm Beach is 2 degrees, 2 degrees in Salt Lake. Actually, Salt Lake Bay is 1 degree. 2 degrees is at the beach, Palm Beach. So Orilla is going to be -1. Georginia is going to be 1 degree. Beverly Isles is actually going to be 2 degrees. Next hour, except a Hanover, so I'm going to count Hanover until the end. So London, I'm going to start from most common numbers. So London is 7 degrees, 3 degrees in Whitetown, 2 degrees in Collingwood. Hamilton 7 degrees, Brampton, downtown 4 degrees, 6 degrees in Niagara on the Lake, 5 degrees in Niagara Falls City, Gridsby 7 degrees, Snowfall is 2 degrees, Newmarket, Orangeville is 2 degrees, Oshawa is 1 degree, 3 degrees, Uxbridge 1 degrees, Peterborough 1 degrees, Quebec 3 degrees, Belleville 2 degrees, Oakville 7 degrees, it could be 6 degrees also. So the hardest cities. So 2 degrees in Barrie, 1 degree in Orilla is actually 2 degrees, including Georginia, Beverly Isles, 2 degrees in Salt Lake Bay, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Lions Head and Hope Bay is actually same temperature. So it's gonna be 3 degrees, so might be next hour as possible. So I might skip the multiple cities. So 7 a.m. second final hour. So London is 2, -2, Whitehall, -3 is Collingwood. Below freezing temperatures most part of southern Ontario. So -3 is in Brampton, -1 is in downtown Toronto, skip Scarborough. So Scarborough, there's a Snowfall is -4, Newmarket -4, same thing as Orangeville. Oshawa -4, Quebec -2, Peterborough -3, 6, -7 is Uxbridge, -6 is Belleville, Niagara on the Lakes -2, 1, -2 is Niagara Falls City, 0 is what area I don't usually count. +1 is in Hamilton, Gridsby is +1. So let's look at the hardest temperatures. So -2 is in Barrie, Georginia is -3 actually. So Orilla, let's see, +6 is the most common. So -4 is going to be -3, but it's going to be -4 most of the time. Let's see, so -3, let's go to line is going to be harder. So it's going to be -3 actually. Could be possible. So Palm Beach is -3, Thunder Beach is -1. Yes, -1 actually. It's in Salt Lake Bay and Thunder Beach. So Hope's Bay and Line says same temperature is gonna be 1 degrees. Could be 0. Some is gonna be actually not 0. So next hour 3 p.m. 4 p.m. So London 6 degrees, Whitehall 5 degrees, Collingwood 3 degrees, 3 degrees in Brampton, Snowfall 2 degrees, downtown Toronto 4 degrees, Newmarket, Orangeville 1 degrees, could be 2 degrees in Orangeville, but it's 1 degrees. Uxbridge 1 degrees, Peterborough 1 degrees, Oshawa 1 degrees, 2 degrees, Quebec 2 degrees, Belleville 1 degrees, Hamilton 5 degrees, Niagara, everywhere Niagara Falls is 5 degrees, Gridsby 6 degrees, Oakville 5 degrees. So let's look at the hardest cities. So 4 degrees. So it's gonna be 3 degrees. This is Thunder Beach. Palm Beach is 3 degrees. Salt Lake is going to be closer to 2 degrees. So it's gonna be 2 degrees. So Lionshead or Hope Bay, it's going to be 5 degrees. So this is the end of the video. Unless I missed a city, so let's double check everything. So Orangeville is done. So this is the end of the video with some skipped cities. So